What is up, everybody? In this video, we're going to be beating Elden Ring and all 207 of its bosses without getting hit a single time. This run took hundreds of hours of routing and preparation, and is easily one of the longest no-hit runs I've ever completed. It is the ultimate test of game knowledge and consistency. That is why I had to make sure every strat, boss fight, and running section was perfected to make this run possible.
What?
If you like runs like this one, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss when I do it again, but include all Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 bosses as well. But for now, you can relax, and I hope you enjoy this monstrous run. You know what? At least when I get the run, like, it'll be good for the video, surely. The one bright side, the one good thing is that it'll make for a better video. Like, oh boy, this is how we lost the runs before. Controller, mess up, capture card disconnect. Fucking, like, internet fully shutting off. There's lots of good stuff, dude. Oh. Oops. Here we go. Probably make sure I have nothing else on here. Ooh. That crouch kind of... Like, it's kind of harder to hit this crouch button. Or the, like, down on the stick with this controller. Yeah, it's like harder to press down on it for sure. This RNG here.
I bequeath you. It will summon torrent. Treat him with.
So make for a good video, dude. I like. What is this clip?
People started talking about sharking, which...
Oh yeah, I know that clip.
And we learned that Gino actually got his girlfriend by sharking.
Don't ask me. Wasn't me who said that. If anyone's wondering about the position to stand here, I like to put it... So I like to walk right into him. While crouching, of course. But I basically just go until my head is just to the right of the shield. I also just want to walk as close to the edge as possible in that spot. For people who missed it earlier, we determined that the double R2s were because of the controller. I was spamming roll right there because it happened again. And I had the gamepad viewer up this time, obviously.
Flashback.
This is where it happened. So I pressed the button here, right? Look at the button right now. And then I didn't hit it there. Okay, whoa. Like, I didn't hit it, so it... And look at how, you know, we looked at it in slow motion earlier. Look at how the input happens. It's, like, all weird, right? Like, you get some input, and then it kind of goes back again, like, see on these frames here? Presumably, that's what's been happening on the double R2s. Like, that's why it's been happening. I don't think it's a bug with the game.
End of flashback.
So like, that's huge, dude. I lost 2 deep runs. Basically totaling how many hours, dude? 12 hours of runtime wasted because of the controller. Like, the controller is very precise, and I think the like mechanisms they use are probably very sensitive to things, and they just don't last as long, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna get another one, like probably one way or another. I'm gonna ask for them to send me it, but if they don't, I'll probably just buy it. Now, it's not like it's totally busted. I can probably just replace it pretty easily. But I play games a lot more than like most people do, so probably for the average person that lasts them like at least a year, which, like, is that long enough? I don't know. It just depends. Depends how long you play games for, dude. Yeah, I've never heard of this like 8-bit do controller, whatever it's called. 8-bit do. Yeah, I think what we'll be able to do this stream is, like, I would like to get, you know, past Rana, if I can. Can't believe how worthless fighting furnace golems on NG+ is. Well, it's kind of the same for the avatars too, right? Yeah, I guess at least avatars, especially late game ones, drop decent runes. But yeah, there should be a reason to kill them again in NG+, 100%. I never really thought about that. But yeah, I think the fact that they dropped 10k runes is just not enough. There were some insane moments of PvP. There's probably a clip of that Half-Light kill where the guy was a cheater being Half-Light, and it was just the most insane fight. I really regret not highlighting it. And I remember saying I was going to, and I just never did. No, they didn't patch Blood Fiends, so... And what I'm thinking is that 115 probably will be the last patch of the game. That's honestly why I haven't posted anything about it anywhere, or haven't been talking about how busted the weapon is, because it's so fun that it's in the game that I just didn't want anyone to pick up on that. And I really like a big bonk weapon being the, like, meta weapon too, you know? Well, the thing with Blood Fiend is that the fate scaling infusions seem to be bugged, and it scales with holy damage as well, or like holy or fire damage, as well as physical damage, which it's probably not supposed to. If you do a full arcane build with Blood Fiend's arm in an occult infusion, that's probably how the weapon's supposed to look. And then if you compare that to this, it's basically like 25% better, which is a huge amount. Oops, I did not mean to throw that. Oh, you idiot, dude. Gotta get used to the controller, dude. I didn't mean to hit the button there. I haven't noticed any difference on 115. I don't even know what they did, so... Like, I looked at the patch notes. And just like bug fix. I didn't, like I said, I don't really notice much. In my opinion, that's always been FromSoft number one issue. It's just, like, the limitations of their engine. Again, they've fallen, like, way behind. It's literally the only aspect, I think, that FromSoft falls behind other developers in at this point. Like, you play a game like Wukong too, and Wukong's a very demanding game, but if you actually have, like, when I was playing that game with 4090, and I'll be playing it again soon, like, man, that game's crazy, dude. Like, I don't think Wukong's better than Elden Ring, obviously, but just like I said, that's the one area of improvement, I think.
The burden of their grace.
Okay, whoa. Oh my god, the wrong splits have totally got me messed up here. I wasn't even supposed to kill the Deathbird yet. Oh boy, I almost really messed up there, dude. Almost got locked out of Gambit. Like, early. It is probably worth using Howl here, actually, because this guy takes quite a few extra hits without it. He must just be waiting there. And this is definitely a much better way to do this kill. It's even blocked that, but it just doesn't matter. So now we go to Volcano. Yeah, what a loser just standing up there. Yeah, that's true. How does he get up there, dude?
I am Tanit, but be sure.
Stellar Blade when? Oh, yeah, I'll probably play it at some point, I guess. The one thing I did see about it is that its, like, review was pretty good. Well, maybe I won't play it at some point. I don't know. I would want to. Especially, I wasn't, you know, I was taking my time, but I also wasn't going, like, snail's pace through the game. Let's see if I can do this properly. I think I've gotten used to this controller now. I think we're good to go. I almost wonder if I should just do the skip and get the Somber 7 or something, dude. No, I wouldn't do it now because I could die, and I'm not used to this controller, so my fast travels are probably kind of slow.
Well, I presume.
Sounds like someone's aggroed back there.
Maybe.
My motion blur off. I think I have it on like really weak. Oh shit, I have it on high, bro. How have I not even noticed that? I guess it doesn't look that bad in this game, dude. I wonder when that got changed, because I know for a fact I had that set to low at some point. Yeah, I don't like motion blur either. I think it's really bad usually. But, like, how have I not noticed it, though? That's kind of insane, because when I was playing in Natria, there's some bug that they probably haven't fixed yet. That, like, every time I quit out of the game, it reset the motion blur. And it's like, holy shit, dude, I can't even look at this now. But, like, in this game, maybe it's not that bad, dude. No way. Fucking bastard. Oh my god, how long does this guy look at that for? What they should have done with that attack is make it not like, maybe this, like, the slam should have a hitbox like it does, but they should just make it so that the rot is just build up and not actual hitboxes, because it's just the way the hitbox sprays out is just so bad and inconsistent. Yeah, this game doesn't, not without faults, but still a very good game. Like, I feel like people watch me play the game, and it's like the problem is that it's a lot easier to talk about things that I like, ideas I have for improvement in the game, rather than like things that I think are just perfect about it. So I think like some people will probably come in here and go like, oh man, this guy fucking hates this game, bro. Which I don't hate the game.
Well, thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins. Tarnished.
Last run I lost to the capture card bugging out. It just totally lagged my game, and then I got hit. So, oh my god, bro. You guys didn't even see it, but I got fucking killed. Yeah, I think the thing with this strat is you just need to make sure that you move out of the spot over to here once the commander's underneath you and he doesn't see you anymore. 'Cause I think what happens if I go too early, then he sees me again, and then all those guys just trigger.
I have the need. Will you give it? I will reward. Tended to a wretched.
Never mind. I would rather. Would you mind?
Was I banned from bingo? No, I was not banned.
My apologies. I did that. I with the needle, my destiny.
No, the main reason I'm not doing bingo is because I'm going to be gone in October, which is when it starts, so. Hardest challenge I've ever done. I don't know, but speaking of challenges, I do want to do fist only DLC at some point. Like, dude, even what about like SL1 fist only, dude? I was thinking about that the other day. A bit.
Appreciate the awesome content.
I just don't know if that'd be like interesting enough.
In truth, the Scarlet
How do I immediately start in the DLC? Like for Stranded? I just had a save file set up for it.
It might be possible.
Like you could do it as well without even using cheat engine or anything. Like just do an SO1 character, play your way up until the DLC, and then as soon as you get there, just discard everything. And I of course set it all up with like cheat engine and got the talisman pouches and stuff like that. So it didn't take that long to do, but yeah, you can also set that up legit. There's no reason why you couldn't.
Of all that is golden.
Because when I think of the other really hard bosses that they've made, like especially Sword Saint Ishin, I feel like he's probably at least in the top 5. The difference with those fights is that they're hard, but they're fair as well, right? And when at least when Consort, when the DLC was released, Consort was not fair and he was also hard, so it's different. I still kind of think, I think there are a lot of good bosses in Elden Ring, but I still think the peak of their bosses in terms of Souls games was in Dark Souls 3, man. I think Dark Souls 3 had the right balance of like the boss aggression and the complexity in the movesets, because it's not nearly as complex, but like you don't need to have it super complex, right? Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I was meant to pop the Rune Arc on the lift, but I just forgot. Which again, like before DLC came out and I was playing through the base game, that was exactly what I was worried about. You know, like the balancing of bosses with summons in mind. Another thing is focusing too much on the visual aspect of a fight, which I think is very important. But at least I think ideally the visuals of a fight shouldn't get in the way of the fight itself. You shouldn't prioritize the visuals, probably, I think. And so, yeah, that's all the stuff I was worried about, and I was justified in worrying about it, I think, as well. Yeah, Rodan Light Show, exactly. Like, that was exactly what I was worried about. I think Bale is I really like Bale, but I think, again, like maybe just the visuals took a bit too much priority on him. Still put him in S tier for sure. I think he's my favorite boss of the DLC. But the fight itself,
Fine, you have to become the thing.
it's decent, but there are much better ones, I think. Yeah, I think Bale's better than Midir for sure. I still, Bale's the best dragon fight they've made, I would say. Having an insanely difficult boss is perfectly fine, as long as it's balanced properly. I think you should be able to have ways to deal with everything. And what I mean by that is something like waterfowl, I think, crosses the line, because who on earth is going to figure out, okay, you gotta circle 270 degrees as soon as the attack happens, and then you got to do 2 rolls out and then outspace, mess up with like the tracking on the attack. Like, that's just a bit too far, right? That's what at least that's what I've been saying for a while. And kind of the more intuitive way to deal with it is basically just run away, which makes the boss fight not as fun. And I'm not saying this stuff because I'm upset that they made the game too hard or something, right? I think that's why FromSoft bosses are so good, or it's at least part of the reason, because like almost every single time they are really well balanced and they're fun to fight and they're fun to learn. And that's where the whole like get good thing even comes from, right? It's not just like, oh yeah, here, you gotta, you can't beat this unless you get to a specific level and you have just enough health and enough defense to survive this attack that you just can't dodge. Yeah, learn and then win, dude. Exactly. If they were always like, okay, yeah, you gotta get this build, you gotta have a strong enough build to win, and you need it or else you can't win, then like Souls games probably would be just trash compared to what they are. Yeah, an example a lot of people bring up though is like a boss like Moog, where he has Nihil, which you can't avoid. Which, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of, but like it kind of feels different, right? It's not just an attack that he has access to at any point in the fight, and he could just do it randomly and you just lose, right? Which is basically what the cross attack on Consort was, right? It's basically an attack that he could just do at any point in the fight where you just simply lose. And the only way you survive it is if your build is strong enough, right? So like, that's a perfect example of what I'm saying. Like, people don't like that, dude. It makes for a bad Souls boss when you have something like that you just can't avoid and you gotta tank it. Yeah, for Nihil, it's a bit different, I think, just because it's a scripted attack that always happens at the same time. I still am not a huge fan of it. I wish the tier that they gave you completely negated the damage from it. I think that's what it should have been, but it's not, so I almost need to clip this entire segment and then have it as a command or something, dude. That's my argument. Yeah, that's why I think Consort's a much better boss now, because now you don't have to play around a garbage attack that basically just hits you unless you're playing him in a very unfun way. And it's not like I'm the only one who's complained about that attack, right? Like, everyone was complaining about that attack. Yeah, exactly. Sword Saint is undoubtedly one of the best bosses they've ever made. And perfectly balanced fight. Perfectly balanced, still very hard and very fun. Not gonna lie though, Sword Saint now at this point seems like a total pushover compared to some of the Elden Ring bosses, man. At least pre-nerf Consort. I like, feels like Ishin's a little bitch, dude. Oh, you found the... Can you link it? I guess I'll play it on stream because people have been talking about it for a bit. Let's see it. Holy, look at the quality of the stream here, dude. Jesus. I was probably... I think I was like 3.5 to 4 hours into this run here. This is level 1 plus 0, all bosses no hit in DS3. So 6 years ago. And so, yeah, I'm fighting the boss. I got past the hard part. And then I got tabbed out of the game. And I guess that's where the clip ends. But I basically immediately ended the stream after this. Oh boy, I was very upset about that, dude. Probably less upset than I was today, though, about the fucking hit we took. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I don't think that's an uncommon thing with those really high-end controllers or really fancy controllers, where they have very precise tech in them, and like, you're kind of sacrificing, I guess, the durability for better performance, right? Yeah, it was long after I pressed the button, and I was sort of getting some input from something. And then it just got enough input that it just hit the button again. So... dude, what? Did he just shoot that straight back? I'm pretty sure he just shot one of those torpedoes straight backwards. Oh my god, I gotta see that again. Look, dude, that is insane. Oh my god. Oh my god. How does that happen, man? Imagine if that came around and hit me too. I would have just fucking... Yeah, it must have deflected, yeah. Projectile deflection, everybody. What a great idea. That's wild. I've never seen that before. That is something else, dude. New fear unlocked. Godfrey doing a
and guide you.
Like flanking you with his projectile. The deflection thing is sort of in older games, but not nearly as common. But they definitely have it way cranked up in this game, where it's just so many boss fights have that problem. Just randomly get hit by projectile. Yeah, Bale, Fire Giant, every single dragon, Godfrey, I guess. Yeah, it happens during Godric fight. Yeah, with his fire breath. Yep. Well, 18 bosses in 2 hours. The pacing of the splits do not follow the time at all, right? Because the first 60 splits take us like 8 hours, and then after that, it's like 4 hours for the last 140. So. Stop whatever you're doing. He can be such a weirdo, this guy, sometimes, dude. Sometimes he's nice and he just doesn't... He stays in the right area. Gives you good attacks. And then sometimes he just starts jumping around everywhere, getting stuck on trees. The torch, I just like carrying the torch because there are a lot of animals everywhere. Especially early in the run, I go past a lot of rats and dogs and stuff. So, maybe skip, I don't know, dude. But the funny thing is, though, that's like definitely not true, too. My YouTube analytics, at least, it's less than 2% under the age of 18, I think. Like, there are more retired people watching my streams and my YouTube videos than under 18, which is a stat I like. I like that stat. I'm proud of that, dude. Yeah, I think probably part of the thing is, too, when you release, like, 4-hour videos on YouTube. I was a teenager, there's no way I'm watching, like, a 4-hour video. So it kind of, like, weeds him out a little bit. Maybe suitable. I don't know, dude. Probably perfect range for seppuku, actually. I should also swap these two around just so the swap is faster. Okay, everything should be correct. Well, clickbaity I mean, yeah, I guess, but... I don't... What? Oh my god, what did I just do? Just lengthen the fight is what I did.
I don't know why I refuse.
Holy shit, I don't usually get this attack. In fact, I totally forgot about it, but it's really good. Hey, maybe I shouldn't be attacking him during that so that I can bait out that attack. I basically completely forgot that he did that. Come on, please land one of those. I completely forgot he did that because I haven't seen that attack probably since before the DLC came out. Okay, don't go to round table.
Please no, dear me. You merciless brutes, let the curse take everything.
Geno Machine, try not to use OP magic in his runs challenge. Get good, kid. Actually fucking destroyed. 2016 Hob typing that. It is actually kind of true though. Like, at least back when I started no hit running, if people used magic and melee in the same run, that was like crime. And I remember people talking about when Otzdavra was going for DS2 all bosses no hit. Like, actually, the first time I heard about him was somebody saying, it's like, oh yeah, this guy's being weird. He's using magic and melee in his run. Like, it's kind of weird. I think that was the first time I heard about him. It's not as like elitist as it might sound. Like, it sounds like it's just a bunch of elitists that are like, oh my god, you use magic, you just... It wasn't really like that. It was more just that nobody did, just nobody did it. It was kind of weird to do it. So just simply nobody did. That's gonna miss probably. No, it won't. Yeah, as soon as I started doing more of my own runs that people hadn't done before, then I started kind of being more comfortable with just doing my own thing. But I think, yeah, sort of the tipping point was what I was talking about, I think, yesterday with the whole Team Hitless voting on rules thing and the Undead Hunter's Charm and DS3 counting as a hit, and then the Owl Charm not counting in Skiro. Like, I think that was probably the point at which I'm like, okay, like, this doesn't make sense. I'm just simply gonna do whatever rules I want. Yeah, at this point, I really like having a broad restriction, such as, you know, no upgrade or whatever, and then figuring out the best way to do things within that restriction. And that's why I've with Elden Ring, I've contemplated so much about what would be a really fun run that would be as fun to do as a run like the Master Run in DS3 and have like all that variety on it and stuff. Now, doing the jumps, there's actually a reason for it. When you're... Whoops. Clearly, I'm not about to lose this run because I just messed this up here. They do not go to round table. We go here.
I can see it as clear as day. The coming of our dynasty. Morquin.
Well, the helmet, I'm only wearing the helmet just in case I somehow proc myself with madness there. Well, it's actually more so that I don't do it, but I'm scared that I'm going to proc myself with madness. Because the buildup on when you're casting Howl of Madness is actually, like, it's inconsistent, I believe, because of frame rate. Like, it's just not consistent. So sometimes you'll be totally naked and you'll get procced by it, and sometimes you just won't. At this point, I'm just wearing a helmet just to make sure I don't get procced and die, because a death would be a hit, so. Yeah, that's a pretty common theme in this game. Dead enemies like to talk a lot. I mean, basically every Great Rune boss, right? Only Elden Beast, I guess, doesn't. Really curious what my controller just did there. Like what that input looked like. Because I did not accept there. At least I didn't think I did. Probably just some cute input. They created an easier difficulty called casual. They forced everyone's playthrough into casual mode. Like, can I just change it though? What are the differences? Not unless I start over? Really? Oh my god, what a terrible change, dude. That's an awful change, dude. Jesus. Like, that's not what people are asking for, right? Like, I don't know, difficulty settings in Souls-like games, I've never been a huge fan of them. It depends what they want for the game, right? Because with Souls games, at least what Miyazaki said is that the main point of these games is to overcome the difficulty and get the rewarding feeling after it. So having difficulty settings would totally make no sense because it would totally be a counter to the game. At least that's what he says. The closest thing that these games have to difficulty settings is basically just like searching up a build, right? Versus playing a challenge run. Yeah, because think about it this way. If you do your first playthrough and you watch this run, right? You watch this run, and then you go do your first playthrough, and then you follow this playthrough right now. You are gonna breeze through the game. Like, that's sort of the easy mode in Souls games, I think. When you search things up, doesn't even matter who you are. You go up to Malenia. If you have this build, you're gonna first try Malenia. Like, simply, you will first try arguably the hardest boss that they've ever made. I think people underrate how big of a deal or how huge knowledge is in these games. Maybe they don't, but I feel like they maybe do. Game knowledge is kind of the king in Souls games, dude. Like, you don't even need to know the bosses well. I think this build kind of proves that, and I think also on the opposite end, a build like the Tankle build also proves that, right? You can close your eyes and beat the boss by just hitting the same buttons kind of over and over again, and I think it's fun that you can do that. That's sort of the difficulty setting, I would say. But yeah, game knowledge absolutely is the biggest thing in Souls games, which is cool. I waited long enough here. But yeah, but basically, I don't think having difficulty settings in a Souls or Souls-like game is necessarily a bad thing. I do think if the goal of the developer is to make it so that players feel the accomplishment and the, you know, the rewarding feeling of overcoming a difficult challenge, I think you do lose that. 100% you lose that at least a little bit. But man, I don't want to be forced on the easy difficulty in Anatria, dude. Like, surely that should be a setting or something. Ooh, that's tough, man. That's tough. I think that's probably one of the, like, worst changes they could have ever made. Right? Because you're targeting, like, obviously you're targeting the Souls fans, right? The problem is most Souls fans hate difficulty settings, I feel like. Like, especially the more hardcore ones that would even play a Souls-like game in the first place and not just, like, only play Elden Ring. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I said, I think I haven't heard anyone say Anatria is too hard. But yeah, the reception of the game has not been great, which is no... There's been one Souls-like that has had good reception. Like, really. And that's Lies of P. Oh yeah, I guess Crab Souls was decent, that's true. But basically what I'm saying is it's very hard to make a Souls-like game and have it do well because, like, we have this game right here. So what are you doing in your game that will make it so that I'm going to leave this game and go play something else? I wouldn't say, is Remnant considered a Souls-like? Surely not. There's no way. But it's not even the gun part. It's like, you have RNG, like, the whole game is built around, like, RNG stuff, right? Like, that's not how Souls games work. Like, the dungeons are random, the modifiers on bosses are random. Like, surely that's not a fucking Souls-like game, dude. Absolutely no chance that's a Souls-like. Yeah, bosses Souls-like. Yep, that's true. Absolutely true. Morrowind Souls-like game, dude. This has endurance and a boss in it. Yeah, having dying in the game, Souls-like. Hey, this is where I died last time because the fucking capture card incident, so... Deathbound was pretty fun. Reminds me of Code Vein a lot, actually, with the... When you get a new character, you go through this, like, memory thing to get the lore of the character and stuff. I do want to finish it, though, for sure. Just so that I can, like, actually have a good opinion on it. Okay, so we got plus 25. So just put the holy tier in for now. Going to Rana. We go level 6 Blessing King on Rana. But yeah, I think the issue with the fragments is a little bit more than just that they exist. I find it weird that they don't give you more than you need. And I did a very thorough playthrough of the DLC on my first playthrough, and I missed 2. And now, like, I'm not getting the full power because I missed a couple of them. I think it's good that they at least changed the scaling of them, so you don't need as many, but there should have been more of them. I think that would have made it so much better, dude. But yeah, I think the fundamental issue is that I don't like in an RPG having just some item that improves every aspect of your character. Like in the base game, we're used to upgrading our weapons and we're leveling up our character and all this stuff. That was some RNG right there. And of course, my game is just like really laggy in that fight too. Very laggy boss arena. Maybe, like, I'm almost thinking, you guys, maybe I should go back to playing on 60 FPS. Because there's no doubt... What? Oh my god, dude. That's like Dark Souls 2 tier fucking collision. Because it's... When I go into a fight like that starts lagging compared to what I'm used to, it just feels so bad. But if I was used to just 60 the entire time, then it would be fine. I don't know. It's so nice. It's so nice playing in the in higher FPS. Yeah, exactly. You're 100% right. Once you go higher refresh rate, you simply just can't go back. This is probably one of the fragments I missed in my first playthrough, but I'd have to go back and look. Like, it'd actually be really interesting to go back in my first playthrough the DLC and see which fragments I missed, because I have no idea. And I'm not sure if I... Actually, I think I still have the saves, so I guess I could just go back and go to all of them and see. No, I wasn't going through so fast on the DLC. No way. That's probably the slowest I've ever played through anything. Yeah, I read all the item descriptions. I basically explored every corner of the map. It was a very thorough playthrough. And it was 50 hours. Like, 50 hours for a DLC is kind of wild, right? Now, it's not like 500 hours like Banjo's doing, but... Happy New Year! Woo! I really can't think of anything I missed. I don't know if I got a Fire Knight's Greatsword. I don't think I did. Hit every wall 50 times. Well, I was using the shackle constantly. I remember during that playthrough, I was like, always be shackling or whatever. Because I was just spamming the shackle to make sure I didn't miss any illusory balls, which I don't think I did. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't do something I don't normally do. I was gonna kill that guy, but I don't normally do it, so... Why would I do it now? Imagine I get, like, hit to some scream here or something. I have had it once where one of the bats came and fell down there. I think it was the one that flies up top. Anyone know what this thing is? That's probably the biggest disappointment in the whole DLC on my first playthrough. Is like, I see this whole thing, this huge tower everywhere I go, yet I get there and it's nothing. There will be a main channel video of the first playthrough, yeah. At some point. Okay, Holy Infusion. Holy, not with Cragblade though. Would be really bad. Red Feather. Zik is correct. Holy Infusion. Yeah, the teleport to Enter Ilum, I think is a... I didn't really think about it too much on my first playthrough. I thought it was a little weird, but the more I've played the DLC, the more I think it's just like... I really do not like it, dude. Especially because I like Bellarat, and I think it's really cool... the steps up to Enter Ilum and all that stuff. I think it's really cool. And it's also sort of a... We've talked about this before, but sort of like a motif through the DLC where you can see the shaded tower and you see the steps up to Ender Ilum, right? You see it the whole time. And yeah, after I killed Divine Beast, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to come back here later once I open it up and we can go up the steps and all the stuff. And then you just don't have to. And now when I do casual runs of the DLC, I never take the teleport. I just go up through Divine Beast. Because I just think it's wrong. I think it's wrong that you don't have to go up that staircase. Another thing I was thinking is basically just if you had been through Ballarat already, you would get teleported to the Divine Beast Arena. But if you hadn't gone there yet, then you would get teleported right to the entry, like right at the first door with Ballarat. So you didn't actually skip the area. But either one would have worked, I guess. I think what's so weird about it is that after you get that staircase, there's a big lift that takes you up to the main area of Ender Ilum, or the main opening area. But the entrance you take is some weird side way that almost looks like it was added after. I don't know, dude. That part always scares me because, like, maybe I should use the head there instead. Because I'm pretty sure the head makes it so that that guy doesn't aggro. Oops. I'm gonna do that next time. I think I caught that there. Interesting, no grab there. It's pretty unusual. But yeah, assuming that I'm not a physicist, but assuming that that platform gets pulled down by something at that speed and isn't just like free fall, then it would fall way faster than you do because you're not attached to it. And then, so you would be in the air and then you'd basically just fall that height. So the way it happens in the game is, you know, not quite how that would happen, probably. I mean, would you die from it? Depends. I don't know how high that actually is. Not like I would know if I did know how high it was. Depends how you landed, though. We should have stone swords by now. Definitely want to level up. That's an unfortunate number of runes remaining. Yeah, you know what? We got to add this on the list of things I need to come back through because I nearly got grabbed one time. And I don't really want to try anything new, but you can distract all those zombies. But I don't know. I just don't know how that's gonna work exactly. I know there's some slugs here. Yeah, and there too. Yep, definitely need to go do this dungeon again. Jimmy Dean, thanks for the brand new Prime sub, dude. Oh, Golden Eye Knight. How much do we get? Huge rune farm, dude, that I'm gonna have to memory grace out of. Okay. I don't trust these bats, dude. I don't trust them. They're Google Doc for this route. I made a spreadsheet of the splits when I was trying to determine the boss order I should do. I haven't really been updating it though, because I have changed a few things around. But I guess I could share that. I don't trust this damn mosquito here. When I was doing the reason I dropped to this stone instead of the other one is because if you land on the other one, like, he has killed me one time. All right, Rakshasa time. Okay, so everything should be correct. Oops. Imagine I did that right there. It's funny, it's actually not even the first time I did that. I've done that right there. Because the spells look kind of similar a little bit, right? Maybe. Yeah, walk in, heal from afar on Rakshasa. Absolute 5-head play. I'm so scared of accidentally queuing up another seppuku and just dying. I guess like that. Forgot to drink, so I'm gonna have to drink here. Definitely not ideal. Okay, we want to put Ash of War on. This fight always scares me. I mean, the number of hours I've lost on this run due to things that are totally out of my control is probably more than any run I've ever done. I was going to say it could almost be more than the total number of hours I've lost on every run prior to this combined due to things out of my control, but that's probably not true. Yeah, so basically just what happened is my capture card just randomly, it was flagging HDCP. So I don't know if something's running on the background of my PC or something, but it was getting flagged, and so when that happens, it's basically like it's disconnecting the display, sorta. And so when that happens, it just like it basically just totally froze my game while the game was still running. I could hear the Crystallian attacking me, but I couldn't do anything. And then I died as I actually like as I regained control of my character. I just immediately died to a disc. So yeah, that was a good, 2.5 hours lost again. Holy fuck, man, I just hate this guy. Jesus, that was close. I don't like the strat at all. I was in a position to just roll that attack, but I didn't think I was going to be able to. Like, what can I do better there? I don't know. The real problem is that White Shadow Lure's range is so small that I can't cast it far away from myself, and the duration is too short, so I don't have time to run away in time. Yeah, 2 deep runs lost a controller, yeah. Does sting. And yeah, it makes the Malenia one feel even worse now that I know what it is for some reason, because that was 7.5 hours into the run, dude. On a trivial boss, really. Okay. I always like Faith more, DJ. I just like Faith more in games overall than magic stuff. So, or like sorcery. I kind of routed them quite a bit differently though, right? With the magic one, I really wanted to go for the ultimate cheese run, which I think I did pretty well. But yeah, that was kind of my goal with that route, with the sorcery route, is to try to use the bubble and just try to cheese the game as much as I possibly could. And it worked very well. I mean, who in their right mind would rather do what I'm doing right now and lose tons of runs to just tons of random issues compared to theory crafting something? Like, probably almost nobody. So, holy shit, dude. How did he get that through? Oof. Jesus, man. That would have sucked. I didn't really do anything wrong there either. I don't think I got stuck. He threaded the needle through the coffins, dude. Yeah, speedrunners. I guess that's true. That's why I don't speedrun. That's the exact reason. Because I much prefer doing the theory crafting. Okay, so we need to go with Holy here. And then spells, we need Wrath from Afar, Catch Flame, and Frenzied Burst. Also probably level up. Probably put Godfrey icon on. I hate these pot enemies, dude. They're so annoying. Like, oh yeah, here's a pot that's gonna immediately scream with a hitbox as soon as you get close. All right, here we go. This one, and that. Good. Yeah, it's nice to get Lamenter out of the way, but like he's actually pretty straightforward on this run. I'm more just doing because we want the double stealth for Romana, so I can script the phase 1. Like the trickiest part about Romana when you're not getting staggers is trying to figure out when she's gonna do the instant AoE to go into phase 2. That's the trickiest part. So we just totally eliminate that by scripting the phase 1. You know what's actually wild is that the snowfield walking, what do they call them? You guys know what I'm saying. The snowfield guy who shoots out, yeah, the mausoleums, yeah. It is insane how that is still as it is after 2.5 years of the game being out. And it doesn't matter what setup you're on, your FPS is going down to like 20. Turns FPS into SPF. Actually true, dude. Okay, here we go. Fire, usually I go charged here. Go bleed. Fire in. I have catch flame. Golden Vow. Gambit. Owl. Lamenter. bleed. Ooh, that was a weird angle. Didn't really like that. It's clean otherwise, though. But yeah, that's where that extra iframe talisman comes in nice on that attack. But, you know, at least this run so far has not had problems. I maybe shouldn't have said that, but... All right, what is up, you guys? So we simply continue. I'm really scared of setting up Red Feather here, dude. I just feel like there's so many of those enemies around. Lightning. Like, even that crowd will just walk, like, close to here. Okay. Surely he's dead for good. Okay, last time I forgot to upgrade my blessing here. So I need to do that today. Are we finishing it today? I'm not... I don't know. There's still like 8 hours left. So I'm not 100% sure if I would finish it today. Maybe. Okay, we gotta go in and memory grace. Don't. You know, I guess it'd be faster to actually do the warp here. Like, pick up the grace over there instead of memory of gracing out. But I just... For now, I'm obviously not going to do that. Really hope I'm not forgetting anything here. I don't think so, though. The animation for that is really weird sometimes. Like, sometimes it's a shorter animation.
America, a curse upon thee. Have I made it known?
Didn't know I had an extra foot here.
My clan's suffering.
I'll take it.
Their pain.
I'm really curious about that Roman strat with, like, just instantly killing her. Because that sounds easier than what I do. I don't even have to wait here, dude. It just gets one-shotted anyways. Yeah, standard is better than Golden Vow, but most of the time I just don't use it because there's no point. There are a few cases where I use it because I actually do need the extra damage. But most of the time it makes no difference. Shadowbait Incant has much better range. Is it just like the exact same, but just different? Or exact same, but just a spell? Because, yeah, that would be fucking nice, dude. I need to make a list of things that I need to test, because there are a few things. But, yeah, the range is such a big problem. Like, I haven't gotten punished for it on Bloodfiend, but I feel like I will eventually. Yeah, I think I know where it is. Oh, you're right. I dropped a few frames there. Okay, well, you know what? The only thing that matters is that the YouTube stream is fine, which it seems like it's fine, so. The reason why that's the only thing that matters is because if this is the run, then that's where the video is going to be taken from, so. It But I was gonna say, I feel like ever since my internet went out that one time, like, there have been some issues. I like using the head here a bit more just because the better stealth makes it so that I don't need to deal with the guy up top there. Like, if you just use Gambit, I'm pretty sure he aggroes if you don't crouch. But then I kind of like having the head in the left hand and then having the spear in the right hand for this section, rather than having to swap it constantly with, like, a Gambit or whatever. This is where, like, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to just go and fight Divine Beast right now. Do you think, like, because we were thinking about that last run, so it's like, do I move Metter, the Avatar, Divine Beast before Consort? The reason being that Consort is a scripted fight, whereas the other ones are not. So... I thought I saw it on OBS for a second there, but... I guess another thing I could do is get to this point, get the blessing level, and then go and do those other bosses, right? Yeah, that's a good idea, dude. I mean, it probably only saves, like, how many minutes? Not too much, but at least it'd be something.
Don't you dare approach Mikula the Kind. Needle Knight Ledder.
Am I normally fat rolling here? Oh.
We'll never allow this.
Yeah, this is really Half-Life 2024 edition, dude. That's kind of true. But this is like, at least we found this much faster than that one. That one took like, I think I found the Half-Life strat in like 2018. And by that point, like the DLC had already been out at least a year. Yeah, so how long does this cheese take? Like 4 minutes? I think I'm going to move basically everything up to Divine Beast before Consort at this point. Like we'll do the Enter Ilum running section, get our level 12 Blessing, because our damage of the Blood Fiends does not scale at all for the rest of the run. We don't level up any more Faith. Okay, so we go Stone Barb, Spiked, Sacred Infusion. Oh no, I think everything's right. That's why I'm talking about moving Consort back, because there's just, like, we don't need Light of Mikula for a while. And the fight is certainly easier than, like, the Metter fight, for example. And even the Avatar fight, I think, is more precise than him. Oops. Guy throws bombs too. Watch him do backstab clones as phase 2 opener once I move back. But I thought last time he tried that, I think I still got him. Right? Like it's still consistent as long as you do the R2 at the right time. I thought. Or maybe not, I don't know. You do have to wait a second when doing this strat, because if you, like one time I immediately attacked, and it was too soon, and he didn't go into his little turning animation. You have to wait like just a slight amount of time. Yeah, I don't know why it's not a full-grown one. I was definitely expecting it to be, and I still remember very well the full-grown Falling Star Beast in Caelid when the game came out. They had a full-grown one in there, and I had fun learning that boss, dude. And I went to that cave very early, and it was crazy with the laser beams and stuff. And it was pretty fun, dude. But then they changed him to a normal one.
May you.
All right, so we go Stone Barb, Holy Infusion, Frag Blade. Nice. With that fight, really the only issue you can run into is when she does the big, like, the attack where she, you know, like, lets out all the projectiles and then jumps over you and does laser. That's, like, the big stall move, but as long as you don't get that, then the buffs easily last long enough. Fire? Nice. Should show hobby strats. I don't know, like, I'm not sure if you'd want to do these. I think on the first one, I just didn't turn around. I kind of rushed it just a little bit. Well, that basically did go as planned. I mean, it's not out of the... Like, I've whiffed that before. It's just this weapon doesn't have very good range. I like the crouch. I think I've got the positioning dialed in. It just, again, the first time I just kind of forgot to turn around. Yeah, trading range for... Yeah, I agree. It's kind of like the Starfist a little bit, right? It's like you have an insane weapon that can just deal the most ridiculous damage, but... It doesn't have very good range.
I'll give you the best nut ever.
Yeah, I think I'm used to the Xbox controller again. Although during that Divine Beast fight, like the sticks are a lot shorter on this. And I was kind of feeling it a little bit there. I do really like their controller. I still want to use it. If it, you know, if it lasts me 4 months, like that's fine, honestly. Especially if I can get a free one. But if I can't get a free one, I'll probably just buy another one, dude. Not gonna lie. I maybe slightly overkill this guy, you could say. I just don't want to mess around with the ads and stuff in the fight. I don't know. The main reason I actually come here is for the memory slot this early. Well, yeah, it's also not like when I was using the E-swap, it's not like I stopped clawing. I still clawed at any point where, you know, I had to have decent reaction or whatever, like on any boss fight. It's mostly for the running sections where I'm not really, I don't need to instantly roll somewhere or whatever. That's when I was using the back buttons for. Because it would probably take me a while to get used to using it permanently for everything. And I don't know, I still like clawing, but... Definitely want to get rid of that helmet. Fire infusion. I get rid of the helmet because it gets in the way of the swap. Like I swap this constantly. This is another dungeon. I really don't need to do this early anymore, dude. Okay. Yeah, Rain of Fire is really good on this run, actually. And at first, I was kind of just, it's like, oh, yeah, you know, let's test it out on this avatar. And it's like, oh, it's really good. We could get it as a meme. And then it kind of turned into actually being useful. Because I use it on quite a few of the bosses. Oh, we killed him quickly this time. Unusual. Oh, wait, that's reaching? I don't know if you need to do like an initial hit with Frenzied Burst for this. I don't think you do. But that's what I have done. I don't want to risk it here. Yeah, see, this is unusual. Maybe you do need to do that initial hit first. Or maybe not. Because he's turning now. He doesn't usually go up that far, though. Being kind of weird. I really don't like this strat, but it seems to work. Oh, he's being weird. I don't like this. And his path is like longer this time than normal. And he's doing this weird look thing too. He's turning. Ooh, I don't like this. He's being like, normally he just walks in a circle, but this time he's doing a circle and then he stands up and then he rotates and then like does random lightning, I guess. As long as you don't fire breath me in the middle of my Light of Mikola, then it's fine. Please clip them. Strat continues to work for some reason. Probably should get fire in.
What a sight. A warrior true, if ever one there was. A fellow Drake warrior.
Wonder if those initial lightning spears come down in the same spot every time, because I like, it's weird that there would be a safe spot, but the spot that I stand seems to be one. But I don't like 100% trust it. You had a dream last night, you played bingo against me, and we were in the same game. Now, you're probably the only person who's ever had that dream. So that's cool. Oh, the moonwalk begins now? That's unusual. Guess we gotta keep in mind, this run is on a new patch right now, so like things could be different, and that I haven't seen that one before. Usually it goes the other way. Oh, we're just totally... Okay. It's normal. Specifically patch tennis axe? Well, you know how their patches work when they change one thing and then something that seemingly totally unrelated gets changed? Yeah, the code is kind of like house cards, yeah. Or yeah, like how many times have they implemented, you guys remember the tree spear and like the jellyfish shield double buff and like all this stuff that got added in? Classic. All right. Rag blade. Fire doesn't matter.
Best not ever.
I'm just gonna do tap R2 here. Ooh, I don't know what happened, but my R2 didn't really... Oh. Usually I do double charge R2 there. I guess it doesn't matter, but... That's what I'm meant to do. Yeah, Bale is very simple on this run. As long as you don't get fucking random lightning, then you're good. I had something weird happen here last time, so I'm gonna kill an extra guy, I think. So, like, if random lightning happened, there's just... Fuck, man. I don't know if that kills you, but I feel like it would. Yeah, I think it was that guy who aggroed last time here, the far guy. Not really much more to it than that. I should go level up, man. Last time we ended up losing like 800k here because I didn't level up and add a Memory of Grace. Lightning can spawn under him as well, I believe, yeah. I believe so. But you know what? Also my physics wrong. Everything's wrong here, so. So we go Knight's Resolve again. Sacred. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I stopped doing that like underneath strat. It doesn't really work as well with this weapon anyways as like the impaling thrust strat, but okay. Probably don't even need to use Howl here. I will anyways though. Shit, I should have rolled into that. That one also. I messed up twice in a row, but... I guess I really just don't have the muscle memory to do that right now. Fine, I can just wait for that attack instead. Yeah, there is a combo like where he does that single bite and you just roll into it or strafe it. It doesn't actually matter with this weapon because it's so much voice damage. Yeah, and then he does a big attack chain, but I'm used to rolling out because rolling out is what you're meant to do on that like triple bite. So
but I require anticipation.
yeah, this is the first run where I haven't lost runes to this point, I think. The two hits in the PB were I got hit to Malenia because of the controller issue, and then the second hit was on the way to Putrescent Knight, where I was basically just testing my damage to see if I could one-shot the ball guys. It was basically a one-hit run, just because the second hit, like, I wouldn't have done that if I was on a live run anyways. I think that is a really fun part of this run, though, actually. Getting to the point where you actually, like, know enough about the game that you just remember all that stuff. In a game like Dark Souls 3, it was easy to remember all the enemies, but obviously this game is a lot bigger. Like, even so, if people have seen my other all bosses no hit run, there's a lot of beast jaw scripting stuff, obviously. That also meant that a lot of the scripts with that weapon required pretty precise positioning. Like, you'd have to run in the same spot in the arena to get the timing the same. And I wrote down each spot in each arena, basically, right? I tried to describe it in my notes so that I could just remember it. For this, I just remember at this point because I've been doing it enough lately. Might be way too far. I don't know why I've done this so many times. Yeah, fully 100% that's true. If you let's say you followed this playthrough and did this route on your first playthrough of the game, like you looked it up, you found this route, you would basically know nothing about the bosses after it, right? You would know about Rana. I guess the strat I do for Romana you would know. Like, you know phase 2. I guess the early game bosses, like Godfrey, you would have to know. Beat him. I guess Godric phase 1. Verdan phase 1. You need to know a lot of stuff about the game, but not in terms of the boss movesets, really. The fun part about the run is learning every location in the game, basically, right? Yeah, the chicken leg definitely makes it easier, but it's not... Like, if the chicken leg didn't exist, then we would use other means to do the same kind of thing, right? Like, it wouldn't be this good, probably, but it'd be pretty damn close. You're trying to make everything as simple and consistent as you possibly can for this particular run, because that's just the best way to do it. And that's what I try to do on every single no-hit run. Is you're trying to, or at least what I try to do, is just make a route where in the restrictions that I have, I am doing the thing that will lead to the most consistent success, I guess. Yeah, I don't... Like, is chicken leg the new meta? I don't know about that. I still think Starfist are... If you're considering at what point in the game you get them and how convenient they are and how easy they are to use, I still think Starfist is definitely the best. I think the Blood Fiend's arm probably is better overall, though, I would want to say. I think especially because the optimal build on the Blood Fiends is a holy build, right? You want to go with tons of faith, and then faith sets up perfectly for basically everything else in the game. Whereas if you go with like a quality build on the Starfist, like, I feel you're more limited, right? But obviously having all these incantations are way more versatile. Like all the NPC bosses as well. Like, using Sacred Relic Sword for all those would really suck, I think. Because, yeah, we're at the point now where we're already at 46 int. So if you're going with the Starfist build, yeah, you could just put that into intelligence as well and go with Night Comet or something, right?
Oh, or is it me? I hadn't expected.
I wonder how the Night Comet damage compares to Knight's Lightning Spear. Like, the thing with Night Comet, though, is that you can cast it so fast. Knight's Lightning Spear is definitely not even close to as fast.
O Shadow, thou art the last. Tell the two fingers.
Like, look, the damage it has is insane.
Thanks. 'Twas more of a challenge.
Oh, is Night Comet's damage
ambition.
better? Like, its damage per hit is better?
I can finally stand.
Yeah, I mean, Night Comet is a
This
totally busted
farewell,
spell.
my dear.
Okay. I nearly whiffed this first R2 last time. 0 damage would be possible, yes. What you would basically have to do in this part is have a ton of boluses and... Oops, I skipped the boss on the splits, but... Oh, good. We don't need any extra buffs really here. Yeah, it would be interesting, actually, like, doing no damage while taking out this guy. But I think basically what you do is have a ton of boluses, and then you would have to raise the platform and then range kill him somehow, right? With, like, I could easily use Knight's Lightning Spear on this guy, So that's probably what you would do. And then once you're done, you just Memory of Grace and then... Or if you had enough bosses, you just run through again, right? Like, it's really just more tedious than anything.
Maybe.
So we're gonna go this. Probably heal. I'll use Howl, because why not? I don't need it, though. Again, we can just go into this fight with 0 buffs, and we have enough damage, so... Not gonna do it. He's gonna do the triple here, though, probably. This is... Well, if you're close, if you roll into that, he'll do the extra hit. Funny, I haven't had that issue until we did the run the other day. But I guess I've just been going a little bit slow. I got a little bit too close there, and then the teleport hyper armor starts up in time. It must be just barely in time. Maybe Crag Blade's a good idea. I don't know. Or just simply don't be too slow. But again, like, dodging the meteorite attack is quite consistent, but on a run like this, I don't want to deal with it, so you just get out of there. I really don't like bosses like this where you gotta... Like, they have a scuffed attack that you gotta play around and, like, get some sort of kill before they do it. Fuck. Jesus, dude. I'm gonna do it. I don't normally do this, but it should be safe. I wasn't planning on going in on tail, but if you're gonna do it when I'm that close, I'll go in on that. All right, let's go lightning. See, this is where the notes are useful right here. Just so I don't have to, like, think about the build I'm about to go with as much. Good thing that's not a DS2 archer. I feel like he's a little close to me right now for comfort. Please back off. Oh, come on, Light and Mikola. There's no way you didn't... This spell is so bugged and inconsistent. Really? Oh my god, dude. This spell, man. Sometimes. Flip the tail. You. Okay. Okay, so Wrath from Afar. Lightning. Lightning's good.
Best not ever.
Last time I forgot to drink here, which is kind of a big mistake. I'm very happy that he backs up there. Not sure how on earth he got knocked sideways on that first one. This boss is so fucking annoying, dude. Like, he's so annoying. It shows how big of a difference just like a slight AI tweak compared to the other NPCs, and that is how much worse he is to fight on these runs, dude. And that was like particularly really bad RNG as well. The difference between him and literally every other NPC in the game is that no NPC input reads the spell, right? But for him, he likes to roll after he gets hit. Which makes sense. That's what a normal player probably would do most of the time, but like usually NPCs don't do that. So that's what makes them so annoying. It's funny seeing people get concerned about the Axe Death Knight, but that's not the... Like, it was the other Death Knight where I had the lost run too, is the double R2. Like, that guy, even if I got a double R2, it doesn't even matter because he dies instantly anyways. Like, so it was the other guy that I lost the run to. But you know what? The Axe one, I would say at this point, is scarier because, yeah, it's like he gets out of the backstab faster or something. Fire, level up, and just in case... That's such a nice strat through this dungeon, dude. Yeah, I still even with that strat, I think I still want to do this dungeon pretty early, but But yeah, it feels way more comfortable than before, even though I'm sitting right in front of a chariot, and chariots like to do things that are weird sometimes. Okay, bleed, correct. Yeah, it probably is worth doing early. It just, you know, I like to one-shot him. I probably could one-shot him doing this earlier too, I guess, right? I don't know. Like, that's pretty close to not a one-shot, I think. Let's swap this one for fire. Lightning. I don't really need blood fiends at all here. I need it later, but all good. Kind of weird how the enemies don't hear that.
Maybe best not ever.
I very much like Light of Mikla for doing this strat here. It's so much better than anything else I used to do here. Okay. I turned him maybe a little fast. Let's see what happens here. Biggest thing is that he drops down. Which he did, okay. Yeah, because if you get too far away from him, he just de-aggroes, and then, like, he's stuck up there, and there's not a whole lot you can do to get him down once he's stuck. So this is one of my favorite strats, actually, right here. Like, this is such a nice strat. Also took me a while to get to this point and figure it out, but very clever strat, I would say. If you got stuck with a Memory of Grace, it depends, but probably. I most likely would. I made a mistake here last run. This wasn't quite far up enough to hit the archer. I just don't need the sentry torch. I know where the guys are, and I know what they do. I just don't need it. Like, for that first enemy, what we do is we throw the Kukri at the roof, and then that assassin just jumps onto the roof, and you can see the footsteps, and you can see it happening. And then the paths we take, there are no other assassins that we got to worry about. It's not good. Dude, fuck this game. Unbelievable. My gambit lasts here. Isn't? Flowers aggro now. Unbelievable, dude. But you guys see that lock on? Like, go back and watch that. Watch that lock on right there. That is classic Souls game lock on. Like, oh, there's a guy right in front of you. Let's lock onto the guy through the wall. That is double the distance away. Looks like a good throw, though. Almost for sure do not need red feather here, but I will anyways. Like, that noise kind of sounded like one of them aggroed, but I guess not.
Your strength. Extraordinary. The mark of a true lord.
Definitely do not need to do Malenia this early, dude. But I guess it's kind of more about the running sections, I guess. Even though that strat is almost completely free, I still kind of feel weird going into that fight because I got hit on it before. But, like, I shouldn't. But that's just... I still feel like something could easily go wrong there, even though it really shouldn't be able to happen. But it's all because of the controller. My notes we found somewhere. Like I was saying earlier, I really don't have many notes on this, but I do have a spreadsheet, which I guess I'll share after I'm done. Like, I'll add the notes to it that I have, but they're not going to help you, really. like, for example, the note I have here, Fire Ritual Sword. That's the whole thing. And that's basically every split, I just say what I'm supposed to use. Like, my Malenia note is simply Ritual Sword. That's it. I guess for certain bosses that have a big buff setup, I do put the order of buffs in it, just so that I don't have to think about it. Like, it's basically the bosses that I need all the buffs, including bleed, plus double stealth, where the buff sequence is really long, and it's like, okay, I gotta... You know, it's easier to just read this rather than have to think about it every time. And in fact, I'm not even following the note here, because I'm going to use Red Feather. So, like, so the notes aren't even right. No, I don't need to use Red Feather, but I kind of like that Malekith in Phase 2 instantly dies rather than gets staggered. Yeah, this is not a distance PB. We still have like another 2 hours to go before we reach the actual distance PB here. Yep, still a while ago.
Thou who approacheth destined death, I will not have it stolen from me again. Witless tarnished, why cover destined death? To kill what?
It's actually not even later. Yeah, we've already got the seal. Like, that's the reason we level int. Just look how much better the seal is at this point.
Ah, I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden Ring, to become Elden. I know in my bones a tarnished cannot become a lord.
I do usually wear Rakshasa for that, I think. So luckily, I don't know how much health he has, but
Cannot kill a god.
you know, I actually did nearly mess up this Horlu kill last time on the last live run. My initial R2 was quite slow. So surely we'll be better this time. I probably shouldn't have memory grace, but oh, I messed it up, dude. Fuck. Yeah, probably should not have memory graced out of that, because now it's like actually we got a weird opening. Maybe we should go Cragblade even, but I did not expect that to kill him, but
Thy strength befits a crown.
but it did. I do need to I need to practice that that opening for sure. Like, this weapon is just, it's probably the most awkward weapon for that opening that I've ever used. I think everything's correct. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do, I feel like I should move Jory and Midra earlier. Like, we do have the Catacomb to go through, and it's not, like, Midra's not a totally free script. It's close, but not totally free. No, dude, I love this strat. The only thing I don't like about it is when Jory doesn't summon, and you gotta roll something. But I very much like this strat. I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna try double stealth. Yeah, I like that more for sure. Yeah, just because like sometimes that guy gets a little close to chasing me in here. Sacred. Sacred. So level up for some reason. Okay. Double check, make sure everything's right. Sounds like a soccer player. Oh boy. Europeans will not be happy about that. For numerous reasons.
The depths of your foolishness!
Hopefully I didn't like delay too much there or something. It's crazy, like, we're dealing that much damage, yet Midra still feels so tanky. It's weird, for such a frail old man, or whatever he is. Like, he really takes a lot of damage, dude. And let me remember the dungeon. I kind of have to do that for some of these DLC dungeons, like especially this one, because I haven't gone through it a whole lot. This one. This one. I don't like this part very much. Sketches me out. Oh, fuck me, dude. Good save. I wasn't really thinking that guy would be so quick, but I looked back once I realized I hadn't swapped to it. It's like, oh fuck, he's coming, dude. A little bit of improvisation there. This, charge, and this one. So Stone Barb, we want to put this on here, and I guess we also want to go Crag Blade. I think everything's right. This is kind of a newer strat.
Agreed?
I guess. Like, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, it'd be very easy to get that to, like, a decent upgrade level, but I don't think it really matters. Stone Barb is still fine in the physic, I guess. Nice resolve. Sleep pots. Much cleaner than last time, you could say. Yeah, maybe I'll just start getting into +5 as well, because the numbers worked out pretty well there. Honestly, don't know why I still do that little jump there. That jump is mostly for when you're running through this section without killing that page. Plus before Emir, yeah, I mean, yeah, with the spreadsheet, I ranked these bosses as a 2 of 4 for difficulty, like, or risk fighting them, so they're all kind of just in there. Yeah, so they're all just, I mean, it's kind of thrown in there. Yeah, we've yet to make it on a run to the what I would consider to be like the ones and zeros. Probably cast speed. It's better. Yeah, I think like the 93rd split is the first one, maybe, or like the first one that isn't on the way to a bunch of other stuff. Wrath from afar, not heal from afar, or whatever. It's almost a better idea for this boss to not do Wrath from afar on the start. Probably still gonna do it, but
You would abscond with it. The whole of Count Emir's wisdom. You undeserving little miscreant. Surrender to the night of your life.
just wait for her to put away that shield. Destroyed the chairs, I guess. Yeah, that's how I got hit on this enemy before one time, is she was blocking it. And I didn't even know she could do like a huge projectile after blocking a spell. Up to fire. Yeah, better RNG this time, but honestly, the dangerous part of the fight is not Ymir, it's Yolan, for sure. Okay, last time I nearly lost the run here, so... Gotta be careful a bit. We're getting close to the distance PB, dude. Nearly. We do still have the whole academy to go through, though. I'm getting so consistent at this run, dude. Like, it's really simply a matter of time. Lightning. This is always kind of scuffed here. I try aiming it. See, look at how sporadic the projectiles are when you aren't locked on, right? I hate this imp, man. He sees you way too early. You're not even in his line of sight and he starts shooting at you, I think. Hey. Yeah, this Catacomb is brutal. Like, this is one of the toughest in the base game. For no hit, at least. I like this better with the head. You got to use it more often, but at least you don't have to, like, keep healing back up to full, because I've had issues in this Catacomb before where, like, because I lose Ritual Sword, I just don't quite have enough damage to one-shot the imps, and then it's a whole disaster as soon as someone survives. On these duelists is where the hit stun of this spell really, like, shows how insane it is. I would like to complete the run today if we don't get hit, maybe. I was thinking maybe we had a little bit too much time left on it, but maybe not. No, this isn't a distance PB yet. Still got a bit to go. Weren't we at like 9 hours to the hippo last time? Or am I misremembering that? Hey.
Little Rani, my dear daughter, weave thy night into me.
850 at hippo. Okay, so somehow we're much faster this time.
Flee, my sweetings.
That's weird. Couldn't be that much faster, but guess I'll take it, dude. I guess that's why I go fire for Renala, so that I don't have to swap it again here. Yeah, maybe I'm just getting like more efficient, dude. Guess we don't need physic here. More intelligence. I guess I'll go holy. Charge. This one. I just shouldn't even need the physic here, but I guess I'll use it. I think Owns is weaker to fire, but I say to go holy, so I'll just do what I normally do anyways. I don't normally stealth here. Hopefully it doesn't mess something up.
The girl's back for a second month. Loving this run less than 3.
See, so look at, you guys see that right there? That is what I'm talking about with how this spell, the projectiles when you free them are just so bugged, dude. Like, I don't even know if those have hitboxes on them when it does that. Oh my... I surely got at least one person with that. I would be karma if I lost the run now because of that. Direct instant karma. So I need to be careful here with this sleep pot throw. Like, it's... I should have probably figured out a better strat for this. Like a good lineup. Nice. Nice throw. Yeah, I guess, like, usually I try to throw it straight at him, but I just, like, there's really no reason to. Holy. Dual sword. Ah, yes, the Crystallian Trio. Surely I remember this strat correctly. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I baited people in my first all bosses no hit run as well. I baited people on that on that drop. It's more fun to do it on a no hit run, I feel like, because like no death's just not as meaningful, you know? At this point in the route, I started making kind of more detailed notes on like the boss kills and everything, because I figured I wouldn't be getting to this point very often, so I wouldn't have like a ton of reps on it. Ooh, we're low on Kukris here. Okay. Yeah, Smith-Drip Spear is probably one of my favorite things in the DLC, yeah. Very clutch. And if I'm not mistaken, all Remembrances... the last Remembrance is the Ancestor Spirit coming up. I don't know what it is, but it's something noteworthy, I guess. Oh, you're right, Fortisax is alive still. Yeah, you're right. My bad. I don't even know when I do Fortisax. I guess it's a lot later. Just kidding. Yeah, 112 more bosses in... probably not 2 hours. Probably like 3.5 or so, but yeah, that's just how this run is, how it goes, right? The whole setup part takes a while, but now we're sort of at the point where, you know, we just got bosses to kill. We do have this kind of sketchy dungeon here, though. Guess that works. Surely. I don't believe he was actually targeting me there because he shouldn't be able to see me when I have Gambit here. I don't think. There we go. These guys probably have the most aggro range of anything in the game, so that's why you want to like not just run through there. Ooh. Kind of looked like he was looking at me there, but I don't think he was. Oh, I don't like that at all. I think he's going after me. Okay, we got the shortcut. Or I mean, that guy's gonna be aggroed to me for the rest of the time, so. I haven't had that situation before, actually. I've never had somebody aggro, because usually I wait for them to all be down, but they kind of did something weird this time. But yeah, we got the door open, so. We in so-called free territory? Well, does it look free? I mean, we're not in free territory until we enter the Soldier of Godric arena. Like, that's actually how it is. These are considered to be the easier parts, though, for sure. But like, look how much can go wrong still, dude. Are they still fucking up here, bro? Maybe we need to reset this again. Yeah, he's right there. I'm just gonna reset it again. This Catacomb is so bad, dude. For no hit. Oh, okay, that looks good. I think they all went down. There we go. Yeah, once they're down, they can't really get back up either. So, it's another good thing. Yeah, you know what? I actually do remember that now. That's like a pretty unusable opener. And I was wondering, like, oh, am I gonna have to roll this? Then I remembered I have seen that before, and he just still gets clipped somehow. Like that strat, whatever RNG he gives you, it doesn't matter. Like he gets killed. It's really weird, but it just works. I don't really exactly remember how far to walk up here, but it doesn't matter. Simply does not matter. Probably like here looks good. Last time I ran through here, I did it all on horse and I triggered this archer and it was kind of a disaster, so I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to do that. want to make sure I do this properly here, because, I don't know. It is possible to not do it properly. We do this. Go in. Stealth. I feel like I probably don't need to re-stealth, but I will anyways, because I say to. Right up to here. Surely this, like, weird strat won't just magically not work here. Howl won't last long enough, but there's no harm. We go in. Stealth. I guess I wouldn't mind having fire in right now. Yeah, it's like, it's a cheese I just stumbled upon with that guy where, at least with this spell, I'm sure it works with others as well. I don't see why Light of Mikola would be unique, but if you stealth to that point where he turns his head and then you hit him, he just sits there and just does nothing. So, dude, it's crazy how there is still over 100 bosses to go here. Yeah, with just the base game, getting to 9 hours in the run, like 9 hours real time, would basically be like right at the end. The route I did before was about 10 hours real time, I think. Oh, the timer is dead. What? How long's it been dead for? Did it just stop right now? Okay, well. Yeah, sometimes live split is not... Live split has some issues sometimes, so it just, like, sometimes it just crashes. Obviously, the timer doesn't matter for any reason. It's so... A lot of people think the timer is needed for, like, verification of the run or something, which is just totally not even close to true. Like, timer verifies literally nothing, dude. An in-game timer, if you're running in-game timer, then maybe. But even for speedruns, like, most Soul speedruns, you don't even need to have a timer up. As long as you show the in-game time at the end. Really, this strat's consistent. I should be able to sprint this, but I'm not going to. The physic of this definitely should be enough to one-shot this guy up here, hopefully.
Maybe not best, not ever. Best not
And Atomic Donut, thanks for the brand new Prime sub. No way I need all these buffs, but I mean... Probably don't need that, but... I just remember last time when this guy just wasn't even here for some reason. Fuck you, bat. Look away. I kind of wanted to try Rain of Fire on this guy, actually. I remember saying that last time. I'm gonna fucking try it. Let's see. Pretty fucking good, man. Beautiful. Yeah, that's definitely better. It is better. Whoops, didn't have the right stuff on there. But that's supposed to be like an 80k hit or something. Oh my god, dude. I think I landed, but I'm not fucking risking that shit. I was a little concerned about this. What do I use on the I don't remember what I said I was going to use on the jellyfish down here, because they're pretty resistant to fire, but it's kind of the only thing I have that's a single target. I don't like rings. I'm going to go lightning. Yes, lightning ram. God tier suggestion. That's what Miyazaki would do. Totally. He would just come in here, lightning ram. 111 bosses in. I don't like how it doesn't one-shot him, dude. I'm gonna buff. May as well. Better. Okay, so Wrath from Afar into Slight Delay into Lightning Spear. I just went with the full-blown damage build there. I didn't really want to mess around with him. Because he was the guy who, on the 2-hit run, he should have hit me 100%. So I started doing this strat, and it seems like it's much better with Wrath from Afar. The damage the spell does is so insane, dude. I said use bleed here as well. I guess that just makes sure it's not close. I still don't fully understand the way Borealis spawns in. Because sometimes, like, right there, it's majorly delayed. There's an invader in DS2 that, or like the way invasions work in DS2 with the offline invaders is there's an area and the game basically checks periodically if you're in that area. So it might be something like that. Like, for example, every 2 seconds it might check that you're there, and then, you know, so that means you could enter in the zone and still have 1.9 seconds before it spawns in the boss, right? I would like to figure that out at some point, though. Fuck me, dude. Oh, God. I lose focus for 1 fucking second, dude. Oh, that's really just all it takes to end this run, dude. Just 1 fucking second where I lose focus like that. Well, that wakes me up. It's a good save, though. Like that, I think that was the right way to save that. Oh my god, dude. What is this now? I don't know how that happened, but... Oh boy, okay. Well, we should be okay now, I think. Wow, what a just total unnecessary disaster that was, dude. That should not have been like that, but he saved it. Yeah, good thing I know the troll's moveset, dude, because that would have been very bad if I did not. Yeah, people were wondering if it's like free at this point. Like that's why it's not, basically. It's so simple to just miss 1 thing. But fuck, man. It's not good. That would have been not fun to lose a run to. That's so funny, dude. I do wonder what happened with that guy who's bonking his chest, though, because it's almost like he aggroed to me there, but I don't think he did. I think maybe it's because the second time he did it, it's just like different somehow. Oh, that's really sketchy, actually. I do think that is probably one thing on this run. Like, obviously it's not impossible to go every split without making a mistake, because everything is very straightforward, right? But the odds are pretty low that I'm going to go an entire run without doing that. So I need to, like, you need to be able to save stuff. I'm trying to think of what to do about this one enemy. I don't know. I was thinking about meleeing him, but I won't.
Hey Gino, how's your progress in calisthenics?
I don't think I need all these buffs again, but fuck it, dude. guys remember how scuffed my other all bosses strat was for that boss, dude? I just remembered how bad it was. Like where I like sat on the edge and then like just tried to pick him off with the beast jaw slowly. And then one time I got fucking flamed. We probably don't need bleed, but I do say to use it, so. Can you walk any faster, sir? Good. I don't think it really matters if I go Godfrey icon here or not. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go the icon and commander standard. Probably should have done Howl first, I guess. Oh boy, this is slow as fuck, man, because my menu's all messed up. That was so fucked up, but I guess it doesn't matter. This fight's a little tricky sometimes. It's mostly just like it's very easy to accidentally do a sprinting attack there. Good thing you didn't see me there. That's definitely not how that's meant to go. I just fucking said it, dude. Whoops. I'm supposed to do 2 casts as well. I don't know. I didn't want to like sit around there just in case something happened, but also if you didn't move forward, it probably would have one-shotted him. Like it's supposed to one-shot him, but it's because I dismounted weird. Oh, okay, come at a better angle this time. Should be better. I guess everything's good. Supposed to survive that. Maybe I probably didn't heal or something.
Maybe I'll be the best nut ever. Maybe best nut ever.
Ooh. Didn't like that. That's what's annoying with the spell. Like, you don't lock on in time, and the lightning arrows just go straight. I don't really need to go with the bleed here, I don't think.
Probably seen more hours of you than I've played the game at this point. Thanks so much for the entertainment. Good luck on the rest of the run.
Now, I wonder if that Knight's Cavalry survived in Caelid because I'm slightly lower level than I would normally be. That would make a lot of sense. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. So we will see. Still 70 bosses left. It's just crazy, dude. Insane how many bosses are in this damn game. That's like barely halfway through just the base game. All bosses run when you're 70 bosses in.
I knew you. What is it to deny like the dogma? You are. I am the god they call me, yet you.
I made a mistake here last run, so need to not this time. That's not supposed to happen. Whoa. Whoa. Why did that happen, dude? Probably a good thing I recasted Gambit there, because usually I just sprint right into that hallway and then shoot the guy, but...
Custom well.
This is cool and all TBH, but respect for not using divine bird feathers and can't. The real feat here.
Ulo, thanks for the donation, dude. really tell if I got him. So.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
I feel like these segments go by much more quickly when you're on a non-live run. Lightning probably wasn't necessary, but I realized I didn't take out Fire Knight Seal there, so wanted to make sure. I was a little bit concerned about the split. Just a little bit. Okay. Good. I've had it a few times where he's aggroed to me there, so I want to make sure that wouldn't happen. Probably should have brought Wrath from Afar in here, but should be okay. This boss is the crazy input reader anyways. Whoops. Got the wrong infusion. I would have... It probably would have been fine, but... Wouldn't have been ideal. Early was too early there. Should buff. Jump.
Ah, welcome. Dig while you please. I'm hungry.
Like the string of fucking worms.
Fuck you, man. I think I was listening. Oh my god, dude. Not messing with a mosquito right now. Funny, basically all my notes say to not use buffs on these bosses, but I'm just like, I just want to make sure. I could have assumed that I was gonna do, probably. Well, yeah, it's just more efficient to not use buffs, but like it doesn't matter at this point. I don't care, dude. I want all the buffs. Especially we are slightly lower intelligence than normal at this point. Okay. Okay, this one can be very close. So, I see the end of the splits, dude. I see Soldier of God. Nice. That's his fastest attack, too. Like, I have actually gotten hit by that. But just, like, take a little bit too long to R2.
best nut ever.
I nearly messed this up last time as well. Just realized, so I don't... Oh. It's interesting. Clearly, that won't kill me now. Because I did that. Just realizing, like, why don't I shackle here, dude? Instead... I'll go from here. I'm just realizing, why do I leave the lightning dragonkin split this late? I think it's a little late for that, but whatever.
I welcome. I am. My apology. Do you know how it came? Well, the shatter. It is here by the matter, and so the earth.
I think I have fire infusion. I'm gonna double stealth this just to be safe. Like I said, I probably shouldn't have left this until now, but it is simple. It's just scarier than other things are, for sure. Good.
Up your coin, all of it.
That guy's mostly what I was worried about, and the ants too, I guess. I'm pretty sure I haven't stood up since I started stream, and I definitely haven't gone to the bathroom. I said I was gonna eat like 7 hours ago. This is gaming, dude. It's as if the only thing that, the only body parts I have that are functioning at the moment is just my hands and I guess my brain. Whee! They don't need buffs here, but I'm just gonna at least just do that.
You there?
I don't give a shit, bro.
Help us out, Cully.
Surely not gonna get armored for that.
Maybe.
What?
Maybe best not ever.
Machino high.
We do still have one more or two more dungeons to go through.
Machine
I guess
gun.
3, including this one. I guess 4. I know this is a weird boss to put second last, but it just... What happened was when I was routing, I just totally forgot about him. And so I just added him at the end. Okay. Just need to not pull aggro to any of these enemies up here. Say to not use red feather, but fuck it, dude. I'm double stealthing. Yeah, a hit here would literally be career ending, dude. There it is, dude. Simple. Simple. That should be it, dude. I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh, man. GG's, dude. All bosses, all 207 bosses, no hit run, dude. Including DLC. Simple. Okay, just to make sure, I'm gonna do this. Just to make sure. Dude, if this isn't 207, there it is, dude. 207 down. It's over, man. Imagine that said like 205 or something. Like, oh my god, who the fuck did I miss, man? Simple. The new controller clutch, dude. Oh, man. Yeah, the run ended up being a little bit longer than I thought, probably because I just, like, by the time we got near the end, I just started playing it, like, much safer and just doing all the buffs, but...
Let's go. Congrats, dude. Privileged to witness it.
Easy, dude. All right, well, what's next, man, is the real question, dude.
Let's go,
But yeah, the plan, I want to do at least 2 more all bosses no hit runs. I want to do region locked all bosses no hit, and I also want to do true level 1. So level 1 no stat boosting. That's kind of what I want to do next for all bosses. I'll probably chill out for a bit though. You know, it's actually hilarious that as soon as we had no issues with controllers or fucking capture cards or internet or whatever else happened, just simply get it first try, dude. What about the in-game time is? It's probably about 12 hours, which is around, like, I thought it'd be like 11 and a half, but, or 11. I need to go eat. I need to go to the bathroom. I need to walk around, dude. I was in gaming mode here, dude. This is like at the end of the God Run 3, where just no bathroom, no nothing, man. Easy. Simple. Jesus, man, that's a lot of stuff.
You are a legend.
Thanks so much, you guys.
GG, my friend.
I appreciate that.
Maybe I'll give you the best.
My whole PC is like fucking bugging somehow. Yeah, you know, I guess like the weird hits made the run feel a little bit better, but not by that much. Surprisingly, I think just because there was no doubt, dude. There was no doubt at all. Yeah, thanks so much for all the donations and stuff, you guys. You definitely do not need to do that. I really need to go to the bathroom now that I'm done. I'm realizing like all my bodily senses are coming back, and I probably had to go to the bathroom like 4 hours ago. But yeah, thanks for hanging out today, guys. Let's check the in-game time and stuff. What was this character's name as well?
GGGS.
Unluck, of course it was. Okay, yeah, it was around 12 hours in game time. It should probably be an hour faster than that, but you know, like breaks and all the extra buffing I did and all the memory gracing I did.
Oh my god!
I would say we only really had one close call on this, which was that troll, right? I can't, like, the rest of the run was honestly pretty clean. Well, okay, well, the Godfrey was bad. Godfrey was bad. I totally scuffed it, and then I just had to fight him normally, but dude, my legs are also numb, I think, from sitting for so long, and I just realized now. That's actually crazy, dude. That's so funny, actually. Anyways, yeah, thanks so much for all that stuff, you guys. Don't, like, just stop it, actually. But I appreciate it. Another run in the books, dude. I'm very happy to be done with this run. At least for a little bit, dude. But yeah, I might, one thing I was considering is I might combine this with a Dark Souls All Bosses trilogy. So it'd be like 4 games, all bosses, no hit in a row, just like the God Run 3, but probably like 5 times the number of bosses, dude.